The owner of a high-end home building company is fending off bad reviews, a recent arrest, and lawsuits. Fox 5 team's Dana Fowle sat down with a homeowner who says that the new house Muffley and Associates built him will cost about $1 million to repair. That hurts.
It does hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dream home, supposed to be a dream home. We've all imagined having our dream home, haven't we? Well, local realtor Michael Muffley created a company based on that concept. He would do it all, help buy the lot, manage the loan, and hire the builder. But the Fox 5 team was told by a homeowner that his new house was so poorly built that an inspector wrote at one point that it was possibly, and I quote, lethal. This modern La Vista Park home has the clean lines and wall of windows that Wes Hansen wanted. He and his partner hired Muffley and Associates to build what was advertised as a dream home program.
We have the best architects, the best builders, the best subcontractors, and we'll build your dream home.
Carrera Homes was the program's selected builder for this project. And this is what the best got Wes Hansen. Built in 2016, today it's soggy, crooked, and rotting.
So you can see how they're fogging up. That happens sometimes in very old windows. And then you'll see, if you look closer, this whole system's sinking into the floor.
That's right. This big window system should be level. But watch, it's not. Wow. Mr. Hansen had to hire experts to look at his home. Structural engineers pointed out issues shortly after they moved in that needed to be fixed ASAP. Bowed windows, distressed exterior stucco, and rotting windowsills show extreme moisture. Building experts say interior wood has a maximum allowable moisture content of 15%. This home is more than 40%, it says, because of ongoing water infiltration.
Do you love our stalactites?
Outside, this might seem like a modern art installation if it weren't so destructive. Water forming icicle shapes.
That's from the roof terrace above. There's a roof terrace above that's off a bedroom here that's deteriorating a third time.
Mr. Hansen told the Fox 5 team that Muffley's team tried to fix this terrace multiple times, but nothing worked.
The structural cracks are in the two far corners.
The swimming pool, according to an engineer's report, is structurally unsound for many reasons. But this note about the patio area stands out. Loose, moist soil going down to 120 inches. That's 10 feet of untamped dirt supporting the outdoor living space by the pool. How much will it cost to repair the home, to put it in the condition that you wanted when you bought a brand new home?
Based on the latest figures from 2019, it's $995,000.
This inspection item is downright terrifying. It reads that the builder rigged the furnace, which ultimately would feed carbon monoxide into a bedroom. This left alone, it reads, could result in a lethal condition.
We can't sell it. We can't do anything because no one's going to buy it.
Mr. Hansen sued Muffley and Associates in 2018. He claimed fraud and breach of contract. 5 years later, the case is in arbitration. Mr. Muffley has declined to talk to the Fox 5 team, but in his response to the Hansen lawsuit, he disputes he bears any blame. He simply acted as a broker, he said, not a builder. But the Carrera Homes builder, Stephen DeLonga, said he and Muffley were 50-50 business partners in Carrera Homes. But Mr. DeLonga didn't want to comment any further.
Our account was drained and emptied by the time we terminated our contract.
Another unhappy client took Michael Muffley to criminal court late last year. He was arrested for a felony theft charge.
For the felony of conversion of payments for real property improvements.
Clients claimed he used their money for other customer projects.
Hey, listen, you haven't finished this.
For Wes Hansen, it's been a nearly 7-year saga with no end in sight, and it's still costing the couple money. So what do you do now?
Yeah, it's sort of status quo. We just put buckets out, mops, wetback, fans, towels.
That's not a dream home.
It's a nightmare.
Several disgruntled former and current clients, as well as the former bookkeeper, tell us they have met with the staff at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office over Michael Muffley's business practices. When we find out where that is headed, we will let you know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
It's so much.
Yeah.
You feel for them. But it seems like questions, Dana, about this, high-end operation are coming from so many different directions.
Yeah, and it's unusual. It really is. Not so much for a client suing a builder and its affiliated companies. That happens. But for a judge to find a criminal element in a realtor-client relationship, that is unusual. And for the DA's office to be meeting with angry clients, that is not something you see a lot either. We are following what seems to be a developing saga.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And back to the gentleman that you were speaking with, I can't imagine, they're stuck with
Yes.
his home. You can't,
Yes.
they said you can't sell it. It's
Yes.
so expensive to fix. You're just stuck.
Yes. Fixing it is at enormous cost, and I don't know how you
Gosh.
do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I know you'll stay on top of this.
Yes, we are on top of this one.
All right, Dana, thanks so much.
All right, tonight residents are banding together to get their apartment complex to discount their rent as they deal with a ton of problems, from hallways in shambles to piles of trash and elevators that don't work.
But with no response from management, they reached out to our Paola Suro to get some help.
Modern luxury's best new high-rise. That's what signs for the Icon Midtown complex read. But Ryan St. John says the lingering issues after pipes burst has made his home anything but the best.
All the pipes are broken and there's just trash throughout this. So on all of our floors, we have trash chutes. Doors are, so you smell all the trash.
He says the hallways have become the new trash rooms because the chute has been broken for over a month and only one elevator in the 39th-floor high-rise fully works.
We had 20 minutes to get an elevator to go down and then another 20 minutes to try to come back. So that day our kids were late to school because the elevators were all being used.
The parking gate also doesn't work, and he says cars were broken into because of this. As for resident floors,
They've gone through and cut out all the drywall, ripped up all the carpets, and there's really no timetable for when any of this stuff's going to get fixed. They just don't respond to requests.
St. John says residents have reached out repeatedly to property managers and owners of the complex but got the runaround. That prompted him to start this petition asking for management to reduce their rent until things are fixed.
Within a week, we had 250 signatures. Clearly the sentiment in this building, everybody feels the same way about it.
A Facebook page created in December shows residents posting daily pictures of their frustrations. He says they all want clarity, transparency, and answers. 11 Alive also reached out to property managers and owners about the problems multiple times since Wednesday and did not hear back.
It's really aggravating. And again, it's not so much that stuff happens, it's more about having a two-way dialogue. And so when we don't have two-way dialogue and we're still being asked to pay the full rent amount every month, I think that's outrageous. It's outrageous to me.
We will continue to reach out to get answers, and in the meantime, St. John plans on gathering more signatures until management addresses this. In Atlanta, Paola Suro, 11 Alive News.
Good morning. Today is, Sunday, March 5th. The year is 2023. Y'all wanted to make Grayson let him make his appearance. He's out there outside. It's a beautiful day out there. I don't know. I just put him on the porch. Ginger's out there enjoying it, but Grayson, he ain't like, fuck this shit out here. Now, he gonna be out there because I'm sick of it behind. They've been running around this morning. You're gonna see this behind right out there and enjoy this beautiful weather. But I'll lock him in the damn cage and stop all that damn whining. All right, so y'all just saw those two news reports where, can you imagine paying close to $2 million for a house? And the house is now falling into the ground. Y'all, I personally know so many people who purchased brand new homes in Atlanta in the past few years. Those houses, they've had to sue the builder. The houses have so many defects. I'm scared of these new houses, truth be told. When I was looking at homes and I started looking at those new construction, I looked at these new contemporary style houses everybody's looking at, and particularly with these flat roofs and all these porches, nothing but trouble. Everybody I know who bought one of them damn houses is having an issue. And in many instances, they paid over $1 million for those houses or more. This couple in that video, they paid $2 million. Grayson, you just really feeling yourself today, ain't you? Anyway, can you imagine paying $2 million or whatever amount you pay for your home? I don't care if it's $200,000 or $2 million. And it's a brand new house, and now the house practically needs to be torn down. So, or you go to rent this luxury apartment in a building but you've been led to believe it's the finest living in Midtown, and it turns to be a fucking dump. Y'all better wake up. Some of you all are coming to Atlanta ill-prepared for this town. That builder who built that house has been on bad news for years, and people are still signing contracts with him because they don't know him, or they haven't heard of him, or they don't do research. Don't y'all do research before y'all do business with people? Before you sit down and contract to build a $2 million house, wouldn't you want to sit down and know what this man's track record is? Before you sign a lease at an apartment complex, I mean, these buildings, apartment complexes are so brand new, you don't even realize they got all these issues and problems with these buildings until you get up in there. And then you got all these folks living in there, living in a slum. Brand new places. That's why I always go to older buildings, well-established apartments that have been around for years. I rarely do new construction when I was renting apartments because there's nothing but trouble. I've seen it. They build that shit so damn fast, it's a piece of shit. This house was built in 1972, y'all. When I tell you this house is solid as a rock, steel beams throughout and concrete, to tear it. When we were working on this house, we literally had to jackhammer some of this stuff. We were like, this shit is never coming out of here. It was just a rough. These homes were built better in that era, especially this was a luxury home in the 70s. So when I don't know how much, I'm sure it was very expensive for that period of time. And then this was really the country out here because we were way out in the woods. We didn't even know highways. There was no 285 and 78 and I-75 and 80. None of that shit existed. And shit, you could drive, you had to traverse through the city streets to get out of here, country roads. So, looking at these houses, I don't even know what to say, but I'll tell you what I would do. This is what I would do if I was living in an apartment or I purchased a home that was falling apart. Very simple. But hold on 2 seconds. Let's get him situated. I'm sick of his ass. You just a term. You want to just turn. We can't live in peace around here. Now, what I would do if I had a custom home built that needed almost $1 million in repairs, let me tell you what I would do. I'd take my back ass out and go buy me another house. All this, they've been fighting this building for 7 years. Good luck with that one. Georgia laws, good luck. 7 years you fighting this man to get your house repaired. Forget it. Take your loss. I go buy me another house. I go find me another home somewhere else. I don't know. I'll make sure I do an inspection. I wouldn't build another custom luxury home. That's for damn sure not. Hell no. I'll find me something standing, pretty, nice, been around since whatever. And I get that other house back to the bank. Hey, y'all keys, I'm done with this, honey. Good luck. Y'all go after the builder. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be over there fighting with this builder, litigating for 7 years and the house is falling down around you. But take your money and get on up out of there and move on and leave that house right there. It happens every day, y'all. Every day, a home is built that's a piece of shit, and it ends up the bank get it back, and then they figure it out. The many and $70,000 may have to be torn down. You're talking about a $2 million house. How they gonna fix it? Who's gonna spend $1 million to fix a house? Who? Nobody's about to spend no $1 million to fix no damn house. It's impossible. You can build a house for $1 million. You'd be better off taking the $1 million and buy your lot and build you another new house. Same with those apartments. Why in the hell would I want to live in an apartment complex with all these issues? Why would I want to live in an apartment complex with all these damn issues? I'd go ahead and go give me another complex. I tried to move that apartment complex in the middle of the night, and in the middle of the day, I said, I gotta get the fuck out of here, I'm out. Go rent you another apartment complex, that's all. Go rent you another apartment, that's all. And then right there, we just move. I'm not gonna sit in no filthy apartment complex with trash in the hallways and nothing working right and all this shit going on. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting the fuck up out of there. I'll call Buckhead Movers to come move my shit in a heartbeat and get the fuck on. Why am I sitting here? We gonna fight the apartment complex? Well, y'all fight on. Well, y'all fight and get the fuck out of my way because my moving company come meet him. I already rented me shit across the street and it's over with over here. That's all you can do. You know, it's just... I'm beginning to think people kind of idiots. You think I'm going to fight this building for 7 years? We ain't got shit accomplished. and we living in a rat hole with buckets and water house behind your house. Go buy you another house. You got the means, and get that one back and be done with it. Y'all remember that tower in San Francisco that's leaning, and then people paid all the $1 million an hour and the tower leaning, they scared it might fall over? And folks took losses on those condos. A lot of them people moved. They said, okay, enough of this shit. Who wants to live in a tower? When your life is in danger, you're living in a home or apartment complex or a condo that can collapse like that shit down there in Florida. Now, y'all better believe before that condo collapsed down there in Florida, there was some owners who got the hell up out of it and said, okay, we got to get the fuck up out of here because this ain't working. These people don't want to fix this building. We better move. They got their shit moved up. They packed this shit. It has sold. You got the fuck on. And sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You end up in a condo or home that's not what you wanted it to be, and you got all these repairs and stuff, and it's all tore up and raggedy, and I'll sell that shit. Move on. Like I said, they may not be able to sell that house, but you can go buy you another house. Go buy you another house. I don't care how much money you put in that damn house. 70 years ago, you'll fight with this man. The man ain't got no damn money. You be fighting with this forever. What is you hire an attorney? You just spend all this money in attorney fees, going back and forth and arbitrating. Well, what? The man ain't got no money to fix your house. This is a waste of time. I've been and packed my shit and sold that, get ass back to the bank, honey. I call them, oh yeah, key under the front mat, honey. Be out of there. Get that shit back. And when y'all building these new constructions, you might want to stick with a reputable builder if you're going to be building a new house. There was there used to be an apartment complex here in Atlanta called Post Properties. They had these luxury, beautiful, well-maintained apartments. Post had very well, I don't even know if they're still in business or not. I don't think they are, but I don't know. But I would always make sure, I tell somebody, go to Post Properties because you know they're going to take care of their property. They're going to do everything right. Some of these fly-by-night apartment owners are just investors from foreign countries. They didn't build all these high-rises up here in Atlanta. The shit is cheaply built. One little problem, the whole building is just a disaster. That Icon building ain't nothing been made nothing but trouble since they opened that place. With people getting shot and killed in the building. The leasing office is renting out to anybody. High-ass rents over that Whole Foods. I never understood that. I said, who paying to buy insurance? All them heathens going up in there. Y'all, you walk into that building, all you smell is weed. I looked at some of these high rises and I said, oh, I can't live here. I saw them heathens running in and out of there. What would be the point? I would not want to live in an environment where the building is collapsing around me. But do what y'all want to do. I'm not going to be living someplace. Y'all done packed up. I've lived in places for 2 months or 30 days and say, okay, I can't do this. And I pack up and leave. In many instances, the people leasing, I was glad you're gone. Okay, we terminated your lease. Thank you, Mr. Hampton. I said, here's your key to his bye. They said, okay, he's getting on our damn nerves. It's unfortunate that you move into a place you got to move out of. But by this time, 7 years with that house situation, Grayson, you are really carrying on today. Come here, Grayson. Because you are really getting on my fucking nerves. Now you got another toy. And what is this? Give me this. What you got? Come here. You just chewing on something. What is it? Is it ice? You got something in your damn mouth. What is it? What is that? I can't see it. Get out. There it is. You chewing on something. What is it? All right. Got out a piece of plastic. But anyway, y'all, there's no way in hell I was sitting in the house for 70 years. 7 years and the house is falling down all around me. 7 years I'm gonna sit up in the house and it's falling down around me. What would be the point of that? Seriously, go buy you another house and get a house back to the bank and move on. I'll be litigating, me suing them over what that man in the building and went bankrupt. 7 years, you got attorneys, y'all going back and forth to court, and the house is consistently falling into the ground. And the only other option I could think of is get your old greasy ham and start our old house fire and burn the shit down, honey. I was cooking a ham, and it blew up the whole house with some chitlins, honey. A whole big old pot of chitlins, honey, and go up to the mall. The old grease fire burned the house down, honey. I was cooking some chitlins, and then it burned the whole house down. I just wonder if people have brains in this damn shit. You old big old pot of big old red bucket of chitlins and throw that shit in the pot over there and go and take a vacation. Leave that. Oh, we forgot them chitlins in there cooking. Burn down the damn house. Y'all down there burned up y'all house with no greasy chitlins, but greasy chitlins do burn down houses every day. You better believe that. But no, I wouldn't be sitting up in no house going through all that drama. I wouldn't. Nor would I be living in an apartment complex like that with all that bullshit going on. We gonna band together and not pay our rent, but we still live in the middle. I would just take my money and go someplace else. They'll let you out these lease agreements. I didn't got out plenty of lease agreements. You go down there raising up hell, they will say, we will terminate your lease today. Is that fine with you, Mr. Hamilton? That's fine. I've never had a problem getting out of a lease. You go to that leasing office, they ain't gonna get tired of seeing your ass in there, and they will help. They will terminate that lease, and that'll be the end of that. But some of y'all, maybe people don't like to move. So y'all know I'll move in a heartbeat. I don't give a shit about no damn moving. I will move in a heartbeat and don't care. But these are just my thoughts and opinions. Don't pay me no attention. I'm just a crazy man on the internet. But I can assure you, I'm not going to pay $2 million for no house, brand new construction, and sit up there for 7 years with this shit falling down around me, and I got buckets of water, and we living in misery, and windows collapsing, and all this shit and rotten wood. No, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I'm going to go right on up around the corner and find me another pretty house. Pretty. You can do all my inspections, make sure it's been standing there for a minute. Some of these new houses are so cheaply built. Some of these new apartments and condos, all this shit is so cheaply built, y'all. They just throw this shit up. And folks coming from other states don't know no better. They don't know what they getting themselves involved in. They just don't know. What the hell are you chewing on? They don't know any better. So, my suggestion, if you got any common sense, if you got any type of sense, I'm so sick of these damn nuts. What are you chewing on? You just been chewing away over here. What are you chewing? There it is. I see it. Now I see it. I see it. There it is. Yep. There it is. I got it. Fucking rock. See, yeah. Chewing on a damn rock. You know better not to chew on a damn rock. Fine. Well, those are just my thoughts and opinions, what I would do if I was in a situation like that, like any of those people in those two news reports y'all just saw. I would not be living someplace. I would live in a house that was falling apart. I don't care what I paid for it. I get the fuck about it. Go buy me another one and get that one back to the bank. Go buy your new house first. And then stop payments on that other one. You moved all your shit out of there. That key under that doormat, y'all. Get you in a big red bucket of chitlins. Christmas time. Oh, I was at Macy's. I forgot them chitlins were cooking. Make sure that shit go. Do it around midnight when ain't no damn. No. Do it when rushing right when mall traffic is busy. The fire truck can't get over there in time to stay at that damn house. But this is just my thoughts and my crazy opinions. But I'm not going to live someplace like that. I'm not going to live someplace where my life is miserable, living in an apartment or a house or a condo. Some of those people who lived in San Francisco in that tower that began to lean lost millions getting up out of there because they knew their lives were much more important than fighting over the condo, the content of that, the value of those condos. They sold them at a loss and left. They went someplace else. I mean, research, they said, get the fuck out of here, this shit leaning. It's about to collapse. Who was there someplace where the building or home or wherever you live, living there, you could get killed in it? Only a fool would do that. I've been in back my shit and get the hell on. Minions is what do you do? And, foreclosure come off your credit report in 5 to 7 years. By the time you get you another new house, if they had known what they know now 7 years ago, when they realized this house had all them hella 5 problems, and Schumann brought another one, that should be off their credit report now and moved on with their lives. What can you do? Build a bankrupt, he ain't got no money. He's gonna fix this shit. $1 million in repairs. Good luck with that one. That's why be very careful who you choose for home renovations or new construction, or because you just might end up with something that may not be what you thought. It could be much worse. But anyway, I want to get another video in today. It's Sunday, February the 5th, the year is 2020. See, now it's all quiet in here now. I opened up the door and they're outside. Now they're glad to be outside on the patio. It's just weird. Anyway, today is Sunday, February 5th, the year is 2023. I look forward to reading y'all's comments and what you thought about that house that's falling apart. You know, people living in the Icon apartments might not leave. All right, I'm out of here. Enjoy this beautiful Sunday.